Hello everyone, welcome to my cooking channel. Today we're going to make some bolognese sauce. I might just go to take a second and hopefully see if I can share the stream. Hope everyone is doing alright. Some cooking channel, like I'll make some fresh pasta, we'll make some bolognese sauce. We'll have a chat, whatever joins. Okay. Now we'll just do the waiting. See who's join the chat. Alright, before we start, see what happens. Hello Rain, how you doing? I mean, I already shared some of it, but it's not everything is not shared 100%. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to learn how to make bolognese sauce today, like the proper way of doing it. Some of the veg has already been cut, but I still need to blend them properly. I won't start straight away, we'll just give a few minutes to see if anyone else will join. Otherwise, I'm just glad you're here. At least we can both have a chat. I'm sure people will join. Doesn't matter. I'm still going to do it. Anyway, how you doing? Alright, Ned, thank you. I think I put the right name tag on it, which is bolognese, and then just put sauce. But then I didn't put like when making some fresh pasta, you know, like you can use packet pasta, it's okay, you don't have to make it fresh. This is just a basic bolognese sauce. Nice, thank you Rain, I can see all the tags that are going on. MS me, thank you very much for showing, you're welcome all the time. Hope you're having a really good day. I'm good, I mean, sorry if I'm already answering questions and not showing. Okay, we're going to start soon. This is my face. Like if no one's seen my face before, this is like a face reveal. And yeah. Alright. Hopefully you don't pay too much attention on the screen, because you need to pay attention on the road if you're driving. Thank you, Rain. Alright, any questions from anyone? Or should we just get going and get started? Alright, show you the ingredients. We got the tomato. I got the egg for the pasta, which we'll be making in a bit. And these are some of the ingredients you need for the bolognese sauce. Fortunately, okay, hopefully this one fell on the floor, hopefully. Yeah, that's some of the ingredients you need for the bolognese sauce. You need celery, you need carrot, you need an onion. You can chop them by hand, or I'm going to use a little blender to do it. I'm going to get a little helper to get me chopping the vegetables, because the way I like them, I mean, if you don't like celery, you don't really need celery, but this is what you need to make it. I'm making sure everything, I pre-cut the carrot. Nice. Everyone's got some questions. If I'm going too fast, let me know. I'm going to try to keep reading the chat. Might get a little noisy from the blender. Maybe we'll start the cooking. We'll put on number 4, that is not too high. Now that will give ourselves some time for actually making the bolognese sauce as well. Well, make the pasta. All right. Thank you. I think like this is perfect. I don't want to be too thinly cut, and definitely not too small. This is like the perfect size of it. Because it needs to cook for a while. And then if everything goes well, we'll do like another live stream later on. The same game we played yesterday. That was a good game. I really enjoyed that. Alright. At the moment, because I feel like we need to start getting the sizzle on, or you need it on a medium fire. Then once it starts to fry and you put the tomato sauce, well, first you put the meat. We're on the first step anyway. First step, you chop the vegetables. Second step, you put it on the fire. I've got about 250 grams of minced beef, which we're going to have after, once they start frying a little. Alright, any questions so far? Hopefully it's all nice and clear. Okay, let me get the camera a little bit on the, not on the angle, not that you can actually see properly. Okay. I think I don't have a wooden spoon. I think I got everything in washing. It's alright, everything is being washed. Get it? Yeah. There you go, where everything is going to start cooking. I think it does need a touch of olive oil extra. There you go, not too much. And then the key ingredient for a good bolognese sauce which is, I think it's called bay leaves. It's bay leaves. This is very good in the bolognese sauce. And then salt. That's it. That's all you need. There's no majorly. I mean, people like it spicy. They put some chili in it. But we'll do it like a nice and original. This is like the basic of it. Because we don't have the extractor on, otherwise it'd be too noisy. So I'll go window open. It's bay leaves, bay leaves. It's a spice you put in the kitchen. It's yeah, bay leaves. I think it's called bay leaves. Or in Italian, it's alloro. Alloro in inglese è bay leaves, no? Yeah, it's bay leaves, yeah. Just asked my mother, she said yes. I wasn't completely sure about it. I put on 5. Yeah, bay leaves is the best stuff to put in the sauce. Yeah, no problem. No, I got a little dispense in the kitchen. This is like an old house, which you got there's another door which I got all the spice and stuff in there. I got the bay leaves. It's a bit of a mess. That's where I got all most of the stuff in here. And these are the bay leaves. It's not a magical place, no. Just I think it's very useful. Being an old house, you get that. That's very, very nice. I think it does need a little more olive oil. Yeah. I guess a bit stingy with the stuff. I don't want to put too much in it. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, that's more than enough. Yeah. Now you want to start cooking your vegetables, and they start releasing all the flavoring. Royal Queen, how you doing? Don't worry, I haven't forgot to see your messages. Thank you very much for being here. You're awesome. Everyone is awesome. And I do like your little emo. Well, so far the only thing we did is we blended the vegetables, celery, carrot and onion, and we, how do you call it, we are frying them gently. Then we put the minced beef. Then we need to break it quite quickly because we don't want to leave it. We want to keep on mixing it, but that it won't remain too chunky. You can leave it chunky, it's fine. You can make balls on the side and like smaller ones, and you can once the sauce is done, you can have them in there, but they still have to be fried in a way. We're not doing that today. We're just making bolognese sauce and some pasta, which is probably going to be done over here. But as that is doing, I'm going to move it closer so that you can still see the bolognese sauce cooking, and we'll have probably I'm going to move the bolognese sauce on the other pot after. This is for the pasta. I don't want to do too much of that because otherwise my dog might think someone is knocking and he might bark. Oh, thank you. Well, once in a while everybody needs to break their diet. Come on, you can't be restricted. The thing, what I see, even on me, I see on myself. This is from experience. If you are too restricted with your diet, then when you reach your goal, then you're going to put on weight too quickly because you want to eat all the stuff you didn't eat before. Or if you at least you give yourself once a week, once every 2 weeks, like a cheating day, when you stop the diet, you won't put on too much weight. Or every once in a while, everybody needs a cheating day. I've been doing too many of them. Well, the dog is in the living room. I left it in there. And his mum is watching a movie at the moment and is there with her. He's chilling, he's happy. He already had his food. Well, sort of not yet, but he's going to eat soon. I can open it and let him in so you can see my dog. Would anyone be interested in that? Okay. Che vuoi vedere? Vieni qua, Oscar. There is it. And this is where it's being cut. It wants to go back in the living room now. Yeah. I think once I finish cooking, once I finish eating, I'll probably take him out for a little bit. Oh yeah, he's got a little face. It's a little tiny puppy. Alright, now we're up to the point where we need to make sure it's all nice and mixed. You're gonna keep on breaking it. Yeah. We need to call the lady to blow him. Because I tried, my mom tried, it's not easy to do his face. it keeps moving too much. And then we found like a good lady, she knows what to do. I get too afraid of cutting where his eyes are. I don't want to hurt him. Or they get a bit a little messy. It was a bit shy as well, I want to say. There you go. Making sure you can see it properly. It's not going to be like the longest video ever. Hopefully, I'm planning to do half an hour or so. Let's see how we're getting on. It's already been 20 minutes, or it's probably longer than that. There you go. There's no way this bolognese sauce is going to be cooked in 10 minutes. It takes a little bit. That's fine, I don't mind. Yeah, I think it's the TV. It's probably, there is something on the TV, yeah. See my dog barking there. Small dogs bark way more than big dogs. Yeah. Took him for a nice long walk this morning. He was happy. I might take him for like a smaller one this afternoon before I start the other string. Because he sees me with the trousers on and he wants to go for a walk once he gets in the evening. And I can't say no to him. We'll put on 4. If you recognize the music at the background, my mom is watching one of those movies. Ah, it's got the door open now. Yeah. Okay, it's going along nicely. Make sure it's all nice and cooked. And then you have the tomato sauce. This is 1.5 of tomato sauce. One of those jars. I took the labels off because I don't want to show any make. You don't want to do many makes. It's 1.5 of this. And I dropped it. That's fine. I'll pick it up in a minute. Alright, as we're doing this, it's cooking. Let me pick up that tin I dropped by accident. Okay, we're going to move this from here to the top one. Might put it on number 5. Because that's a smaller heater in it. I'll leave on number 6 for now. And then it needs to start. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, perfect. Some salt. We can always add extra as it's cooking. Okay, now it needs to cook. That's why I was like making the pasta as well when I'm making this. Let me just add the water in here. Alright, nice. The sauce is going well, yeah. Well, we're at today's stage, which is cooking at the moment. I just add salt to it. I'm going to wait for the sauce to start heating up. There you go. Because being a smaller one, I think I might just leave it here. Yeah. Yeah, let's choose more that thing on over there. I feel like it's, yeah. We'll do the pasta here. We'll start making. We'll move that pan for now. We'll just wait for a few seconds. 1 egg. I'm only going to do roughly a portion of pasta because my mom doesn't eat much pasta. And I go other things as well. And the flour. Well, the sauce is, the first you get celery, carrot and onions. You blend them. And then once you blend them, you put them in the pan with some olive oil. And you start frying them gently. Once you 2-3 minutes in, you put the minced beef. And you start smashing it. Keep on turning it. You want to make sure it breaks, like you see that. It's all in pieces. And then you have the sauce. There's a bay leaves inside. And that's all it needs, the sauce pretty much. If you want to have oregano, but I wouldn't say just the bay leaves. If you have like the original taste, just have bay leaves. That's all it needs. Then just leave it cooking nice and slow. I'm gonna say that it might need half an hour, something like that. Thank you very much. Oh, nice. I'm pretty sure, in America, I've been to America, and the food there, it was amazing. Like, everywhere I went, it was beautiful, it was amazing. I went to Chicago, we went to the cheesecake factory, oh, that was beautiful. Oh, a place called Texas to the Brazil steakhouse, oh, the meat was super, it was just amazing, it was beautiful food there. This is just bolognese sauce at the end, this is the way I do it. We'll have a chat, then I'll start making the pasta in a bit. No, my food is nothing special. It's just, I'm just a person that cooks food. Nothing special. Yeah. We could put something on top of it, we could leave it like that. It might splashes, makes a little mess, but it's easy, you can easily clean it, you know, it's not the end of the world. I might keep it on number 5, like that. It's going to start cooking a little, but in something like this, you don't want to make it too fast. You know, you don't want to rush it. You don't want to rush the sauce. You know, if you rush in the sauce, it's not going to. The niceness won't come out. And this is nothing. This is literally just the beginning of it. Like, but yeah, it still needs to cook. Anyway, I think I might start making the dough like that. I can leave it at number 5 for now. If it does start getting too splashy, then we'll lower the temperature. So I'm going to have the flour over here because I don't want to have names. That's perfect. Alright. You can see the sauce cooking at the bottom, which I'm going to like sort of stir every so often. Then we can check for salt. Get like a small spoon and just like sort of taste it. Yeah, need some salt. I want to say it depends on the tomato you're using. If you want to make a good sauce, you want to get some well, it's good stuff, you know, you don't want anything too cheapy. Sometimes the cheapy stuff is not that bad either, it's not terrible. Okay, I think we got the salt perfectly. Okay, and the sauce is cooking. No, it's fine. Yeah, that's tomato sauce. That's bolognese sauce. Bolognese. It's bolognese sauce. There you go, just start mixing it. Now I'm going to start making 1 egg, and you have because once you make the dough, you want to let it rest for a few minutes. This is for making the fresh pasta. Okay, I put about 3 tablespoons of flour. Got to gently wash my hands because I need to use them now to sort of like go with the dough stuff. Fortunately, my mom is watching a movie, the dog is barking, and there's nothing you can do about it. Dog be a dog. Oh.
Faccici un po' di pepe nella bocca.
Sì, poi ci metto dopo. There you go. You can add a little bit of black pepper in the tomato sauce, in the bolognese sauce. Just, I think it goes quite well. Like I said, I'm only making a small amount of pasta. If I'm not replying to any messages for now, because my hands are a bit messy. Okay. Now come over and have a look. Maybe we can do that another time. Just keep the cooking for now. Then we can just do maybe one live stream eventually. I can show like my garden and stuff. Alright. The sauce is cooking slowly. Maybe I'll put on number 4 like that. Where there you go. And my dog is in the other room at the moment, Royal Queen. Yeah, I think I would. I need something like that. No, sauce is fine. Sauce is not burning. Well, I could go to the garden if everybody wants me to go once I finish cooking, but it's a little mess. I still need to do some cleaning in there. Just plants and stuff like salad and courgette and things like that. But it's not like the best garden in the world. Alright, if it does go too hard, then you can add a little bit of water just on top of it. But I think this is fine. Normally I like to let the dough rest before I make it, because it does need a rest. I think I'll have a little water just because it's a bit on the hard side. Just gently water the dough. You don't have to put a lot on it. It's just to give you, yeah, this is perfect. This is only a small amount of dough because I'm only making a small amount of tagliatelle. Alright. Get something to wash it, clean it, put it in a bag that it gets nice and rested. Because I got headphones, I probably would be able to hear them from the headphones, the actual messages when I read them. I'm not ignoring the chat, I just have my phone on the other side. Orange. Well, bolognese sauce is cooking quite well. Okay, let's get a little bite or something, put the dough in it, let it rest for a minute or so before we start stretching it. Living in England, I can do a lazy way, I can just have that going for the water. Just have the cattle. Did I? Sorry, rain. Why would I prepare an orange? Alright. Don't stop rain. We're making bolognese sauce. We're not making oranges. It's only for me and my mother. And you know, if I had more people, I would make more of it. But I can use the bolognese sauce for tomorrow. The main reason for the stream is for making the bolognese sauce. The dough is just extra. No, well, it's not cooking, eh? I just forget to get it off. Sorry, Queen. There's too many people writing. I wouldn't not want to see myself, and then my phone is not working very well. Yeah, I can't scroll back up if I wanted. Keep freezing. Sorry, Queen. It's not easy when I'm cooking to pay attention to the chat. Alright, we'll leave it a few minutes to give it a rest because the dough needs a rest. Then we'll put the pan and we'll start to make the pasta. Yeah. Point number 3, because the tomato sauce is going really well, is, I want to say, it's almost cooked. There you go. You see when it starts getting shiny? That is telling me this is almost cooked. So I'm lowering the temperature so that we keep it nice and warm. We'll take the spoon off. It doesn't matter if you leave it in there, it's not cooking the spoon. Oh yeah, 100%. Don't worry. There you go. There you go, that's perfect. Normally I like to work the dough a little bit more. But you can. Just yes, so we'll just work it out a little more like that. So to get it nice and smooth. It's in a way. Then we'll leave another couple of minutes. And so to work the dough helps a lot. Then I'm not sure what I'm going to do next week on Sunday for cooking stream. I might give next Sunday. I might give it a day off. Well, I did read that message you just sent me. I would ask why you won't read it. What? Sorry, Rain. What do you want to ask me? Don't worry, we're going to play later. You can ask me then, you know. Let's leave the banner for later. The dough is for the pasta. I'm making fresh pasta, Rain. Why? Why so rude? Why not? Why not making some fresh pasta? You see, well, I find it easy to make it. There you go. Give it another. Just like I tell you, I'm not going to make anything like sensational or anything supreme or amazing. My job is to read the chart. Well, yeah, I definitely want to read it, but I want to make the dough as well. How do I do that? Alright, I'm going to start making the dough slowly. Then I might stop to read the chart so that everyone is happy. And then in between I'll get the dough to to get a nice rest. When you make dough, you're going to make a bit of mess on the floor with flour, but that's fine. And this is the way you do it. Keep turning around. Oh, give it another few minutes of rest. What? I'm cooking. This is a cooking stream. Oh, the only thing I'm doing in this stream is cooking. Nothing else is going on here. And the reason why I'm using both hands because I'm making pasta. I'm using the rolling pin. I could have made the dough a little on the softer side, but it's fine. It's a bit on the hard side, I want to say. Could have had a little more water to it. Yeah, making the pasta, Royal Queen, from scratch. Fresh pasta. This is making pasta. Because it needs to be nice and thin as well. Now you're going to understand why I'm making it so little, because already it's going to be quite well, decent portion, I must say. Normally they say 2 eggs for well, if you're only using the red, is too red. If you use both, it's just 1 egg proportion. There you go, nice and slow. Use my hands to open a little bit more. And it's so hot in here, it's crazy. Well, probably, but if you do make comments with that rain, I don't know. Okay. There you go, slowly, slowly. Over. Okay, I feel like the bolognese sauce is almost ready. That's it. I feel like this is ready the way it looks. This is perfect. So then the next thing we do is to start making the pasta. And then I put it on a plate, but then, yeah, then it'll be ready. Yeah, but I got it on. I got it on the, what's it called? I have it back here. I don't have it here. It's alright. Let's make the dough nice and thin, because it needs to be. I have myself, most like making a pizza, just have myself a little bit. You see, it's already going quite big. There you go. There you go. In a second we're cutting the pasta and we'll start cooking it. Yeah, I suppose I can do that. And then I think of that. Yeah. There you go. That's much better. I can actually see. I can see the chat now. Alright, let's start putting the water in the pan. And that one. There you go. I like to use my hand to help to make it a little thinner. Normally the pasta needs to be a little bit on the softer side, but it's fine. Really quite thin anyway. And the way you make tagliatelle, once you go this, spread flour, it is quite thin. And then you just want to help the dough to be as thin as possible. Not too thin, just the right thinness. Otherwise it becomes too thin and it won't cook properly. The way you cut this tagliatelle, you start rolling it. And you cut them thin. Well, if you cut them quite thick, there's no tagliatelle, that's like parpadelle. That's a different type of pasta. Cutting them and there you go. Actually, being quite on the dry side, it makes it not too sticky, which is perfect. This is going to grow once you put it in there. There's already a good, decent, there's already a very decent portion there is. As for me and my mom, is more than enough. I used to eat a lot more food back in the days, but lately I'm not like on the crazy side on eating anymore. Then once the water boils, you put the pasta in. Just nice and slow. There you go. And start to stir in almost immediately. Make sure they don't stick together. Then once we got it out, another thing you can do to make sure it doesn't get stick together, you can add just a small amount of olive oil in there. I know you might think olive oil is pretty much everywhere. Italian people live to 100 years. Easy. There's lots of people that live to 100 years in Italy. And there you go, this is cooking. Kind of does remind me of parpadelle in a way. Normally tagliatelle are a little slowly thinner. That side is, this one is a bit on the big side. It's alright. Put on number 5. Yeah. Me? No. If you want more recipes, there are millions of people cooking on YouTube. You want to find a recipe, you just go on YouTube now. Nothing I do is secret anymore. There are no secret recipes. There was maybe, like back in the days, before internet, people had their own secrets. But no, these days is but these days is not easy to there's no more secrets. I thought maybe you could see my face there for a second. Alright. you could see my face, it's actually pretty warm here. Oh, the tomato sauce, the bolognese sauce is done. I'm not putting all that pasta, well, that pasta in all that tomato sauce, it'll be too much. Once it's cooked, I'm going to drain it, and then we'll keep on, when the moment I'm showing you that, I'll do a bit of washing. While I'm doing that, as it's cooking, as I'm preparing myself for draining the pasta. There's no secret of anymore of like when you're cooking something. It's just everything's on YouTube now. Oh, don't worry about it, please. And then I don't mind if it's you guys watching. I don't mind. It's not like I've got a restaurant which I go. You know, you need to keep the secret. Whatever you find in a restaurant, you can find it online. You can cook it yourself, way better. Because sometimes stuff like this is cooked in a big quantity, like bolognese sauce. Then when you eat it in a restaurant, the sauce is already 2 or 3 days old. It still tastes alright, but not as good as when you freshly make it yourself. But some places have frozen stuff. I'm not going to say names because, you know, I worked in places where they have frozen items. And, you know, that's not Italian. Alright, that needs to cook. It takes a little longer to cook fresh pasta, depends how thinly you've done it. Thank you, yeah, every live videos I put my face on it. Today is definitely a warm day. For sure. I think I'm going to quite enjoy the walk with the dog after. Yeah, once it's done, I'll put it on a plate, and then I think I'll let rain later to do like a, you know, whatever happens. Yeah. Let's wait for the pasta to be cooked anyway. Anyway, I think Rain is going to start the stream soon. Then I'm going to join him. We'll play for a few more hours, hopefully. I don't want it too long. Alright, what everyone thinks so far. I think the sauce came out really nicely. I tried it, it's very tasty. And next is I'm going to see to get a microphone. That's what I'm looking to get next. Not yet, we'll still have to wait for the pasta to be cooked. Still have to wait for a little bit. And I'll put everything together once the pasta is cooked. Then I'll put it on a plate. Yeah, another couple of minutes. You want to taste the pasta, you make sure it's nice and cooked. About a minute or so. I'll give it another couple. Drain it. I put it on. I put it back in the same pan. Then I'll have the sauce in it, mix it, and put it on a plate. Not yet. Almost there. Just making sure Rain is still there watching. That once I'm finished, you can raid someone. Are you still there, Rain? In about a minute or so, I think. Oh, thank you. I'll give you the go once it's done. I put the pasta back in the pan once I drain it out of the water. Then we'll have some of the sauce. And then yeah, I put some on a plate. That's fresh pasta. I did it like, normally, you know, you can take your time, you leave it, you make the dough, you leave it a little bit, just a touch softer, let it rest for a few hours. I think it does work a lot, then you work for another, for a bit more. But it's fine, even like this, you know, it rested for not as long, but it still cooks alright. Okay, now we switch it off. I'm just going to drain the water, got a colander. There you go, that's pasta. The pasta there. You can take the bay leaves out. You can chuck it away at the end. Once the sauce is done. And there you go. And there is the sauce. Then we'll have in the pasta. About another one. That's more than enough. We'll put the rest in a pan or somewhere back in. We'll put it in a little container. We'll put it in the fridge. You know what? There you go. And that's the pasta. Yeah. And now we'll grab a plate. And let's see if we can get something to help me with the pasta. You know, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. There you go. And then to decorate the plate, you could add a little bit more sauce on top of it. And that's how you do it. Perfect. Then I'm going to go in there and have my food. Anyway, Rain, now you can do the raid if you want to raid yourself. Then we'll speak once I'm done the cooking. And once I'm eating. And I'll join your stream. Then we can stream some more remnant too. I want to thank everybody that has been here in the stream. Thank you. And then just thanks all the wonderful people that have been here. Sorry if I... Well, if we lived close to each other, I would make a nice big plate of pasta. And I would add actually a few meatballs as well. But fortunately we don't. It's a shame, but yeah, I would invite everyone for dinner. Make all the pasta for everyone. Alright, Rain, whenever you're ready, I'm ready. Just raid yourself or raid someone else. And thank you. Yeah, Rain needs to finish with the Tifa emoji, and yeah, I shall speak to you a bit later when we do some remnant show. Everyone is a wonderful person, and thank you, Rain. Alright, Rain, whenever you're ready, I'm ready. Thank you again for being here. Are you already done it? No problem. I shall speak to everyone later.